K-9 Major is a 9.5-year-old German Shepherd dog. He's been my partner, like I said, for the last 8 years. He's a dual-purpose dog trained in narcotics and patrol work. I'm here today representing K-9 handlers from all across the state of Minnesota. After several willful and violent assaults in 2010, K-9 handlers recognized the need to address the current K-9 assault statute. This is not necessarily a crime of great frequency, but it's a crime of great consequence. On 2 separate occasions in 2010, suspects attempted to kill my K-9 partner, Major. In July, a felony suspect was fleeing police in a stolen motor vehicle. My K-9 partner apprehended the suspect on the edge of a lake in the city of Maplewood by his upper arm. That suspect willfully waded out into deeper water with my dog attached to him, approximately 25-30 feet from shore, grabbed him by the collar and held him under the water for 5 to 6 seconds. He did this several more times until I had to enter the water and try to help my partner and save him from being killed. Eventually, we were able to take the suspect into custody. And when it came time for charging out on that incident, we realized that the current K-9 assault statute wasn't applicable. My dog did not have any demonstrable bodily harm from that incident, but it was obvious that night that that suspect was trying to kill my partner. On November 12th of 2010, myself and Major responded to Maplewood PD's request for an assist. They did not have any K-9s working. We responded through mutual aid. There was a suspected burglary and felony theft occurring. K-9 Major was deployed. He apprehended a suspect by the lower leg. The suspect willfully took out a 6-inch butterfly knife, opened it up, and stabbed my partner 4 times. He stabbed him in the head, the neck, the shoulder blades, and in the mid-back area. The injury to his mid-back hit his vertebrae, and since that incident hasn't been able to use his hind legs. He also suffers from incontinence. When K-9 Major was, when I was able to carry him out of the woods, get him into a K-9 car, we rushed him to the U of M Vet Center for medical treatment. He had lost a lot of blood, he had a collapsed lung, and he was in extreme state of shock. Miraculously, the U of M staff did a wonderful job and saved Major's life. Because essentially my dog was killed that night as a police service dog. K-9 Major will never work for the city of Roseville as a police dog again.
This bill is an important piece of legislation. One of the things that I think this recognizes is that police service dogs, like police officers, are atypical. When the gunfire starts, they're the ones that head toward the gunfire rather than staying in their houses. It puts them in a position of risk that almost no other citizen routinely puts themselves into. I've watched our dogs literally take bullets for our handlers, as in the case of Tim Jones. I've watched them defend to the death, literally, our officers, and it kept them from being killed. And so this is, I think, a very important step to bring the police service dog status up in recognition of the sacrifices they make and the sacrifices the handlers make in having these partners with them.
I'm so glad you've come along with this bill now. This is really stepping up. And as the chief said, when you talk about the amount of deterrent and what these dogs are worth, you know, there's never a burglar that will call us up and say, gee, I seen that K-9 over in my area in Garfield last night. Actually, I'm going to go up in Otter Tail County and burglarize up there instead. You know, they just don't come out with that kind of information for us. So the chief is right. You just can't put a price on this, just how much the investment the county or city goes into. And also the officer protection, obviously, one thing. And one thing that's not talked about is the public relations. I mean, the public relations with a K-9 officer and standing in front of a group of kids is just unbelievable, unmatched. So thank you, Senator Hall and officers, for what you do and for bringing the bill forward. It's a great bill.